Well, Donna, a year in the job so far. We haven't caught up with you. Just tell us a little bit about your background prior to coming here.
Prior to coming here, I ran my own business with my husband, workshop and panels and repairs, and now we sold that and we were looking for some sport work, and for 3 years I'd been working part-time for a number of different sports and doing delivery in schools, administration, finance, and just getting a bit of everything really.
Was volleyball a particular passion of yours?
No, it's not actually my family sport at all. I think it's just more that I know how to run a good ship and a business, and a sport is a business, and you've just got to know what your customers are and how to give them what they want.
All right, let's talk about what the volleyball playing base is here in Southland. How would you sum that up?
Basically, when I started, we had about 400 affiliated members. In the last year, we worked really, really hard with the new board and myself with a new strategic direction. And we went to Queenstown, Te Anau, Gore, Stewart Island, everywhere to try and get our playing numbers up. We were playing in school gyms and halls all over Southland. And the idea was to try and make sure we had a big base so that when we opened the doors, we filled the place up. So now we run every Wednesday night with 65 teams.
That's what we're looking at here, isn't it? A lot of school interest in the sport?
Yeah, secondary schools is our biggest client. We have a number of secondary school students from year 7 right through to year 13.
What about rep teams? Are we putting teams at national events these days?
So basically last year was our first time sending some rep teams away. We did it in October last year. We sent some under 16 and under 18s to the Christchurch, which is the South Island IPC, and we came a third and second in a number of them, so we're really wrapped with that. We had 6 students that were named in the South Island tournament team, so that was really exciting getting those kids away for that. We've also been doing some Otago and Southland exchanges with our younger ones, our little babies, our under 13s, and again we had 8 of them were selected in the tournament team.
What sort of coaching resources do you have to call upon? Because they're always hard to find.
Well, especially when I don't come from a volleyball background. I'm more of a sports administrator, and finding coaches was tough in the beginning, but when the sport once started going out into the networks, into the different satellite areas, all of a sudden we found all these international people that are here with the SIT. They're also here with the dairy. They're also in Queenstown, which is part of our area. So we've got an Argentinian, a Russian, a Brazilian coming on board, a Canadian, a guy from Fiji. All these people with fantastic volleyball experience and coaching abilities, and they're looking after our reps for us.
You've done a great job on unearthing them. It can't be easy because there's a lot of competition for sports these days.
Oh, there is, and I think you've just got to find the right magic that pushes everyone's buttons, and the whole board and I are for all ages and all abilities and trying to find something that fits with everyone. So like today you'll see all these younger ones that have never played before, and they're using a really soft ball, and it's quite fun and social and light, and then at the end of the year the younger ones have a more strong tournament, and this time of the year we do the seniors, they have their really strong tournament now, and then at the end of the year they dress up like kiss and farmers and all these sort of things and come in and have a bit of a blast and a blowout before exams.
That is important, isn't it, the fun factor, because not everyone wants to be an Olympic volleyballer, but you still want to get involved.
Oh, exactly. I think starting them at the grassroots and then starting them with the fun, if that's the pathway they want to keep going on, then we've got that available for them. Same as social adults, we've got that available for them. We've really taken it up a step with our elite adults, and we had a Premier League that was sponsored by the Lone Star last year, and that was fabulous. We had 4 teams in the female comp and 6 in the men's, and that was pulling people out of the woodwork that just hadn't played for a long time because it was social and they found it kind of boring for them, so it gave them something else.
Well, speaking of woodwork, a bit of a segue there. I mean, these floors look fantastic, like an absolutely ideal sort of location to give everyone a chance to play.
Yeah, this is an amazing venue. It's world class. It's world class. Nigel and his team, they have made sure that volleyball's been well catered for. We've got 10 beautiful volleyball courts, and that's given us the capacity to be able to go in and host for National and South Island tournaments.
All right, let's move on to that. You made some breakthroughs this year, and we've got some very exciting, some unique tournaments coming up this year.
Yeah, we have. We put in a bid with Volleyball New Zealand for 2015 because we weren't quite sure when the venue was going to be up and running, and they gave it to us this year. So we're racing around trying to get a few things sorted, but we're going to have the secondary schools South Island Juniors, which is your year 9 and 10s indoor, and that runs from Monday to Thursday in November, and we're running all 10 courts.
What What sort of numbers do you think you get for that?
They normally have 65 teams when it's held in the central of Christchurch. When it goes to Nelson, they normally drop to about 55 sort of thing. We're hoping that the Southland schools will get on board and enter because we haven't travelled or been in the tournament. So we're hoping to keep that number around the 60, 65 teams.
And I heard a rumour something about beach volleyball.
Yeah, on our opening we launched, we had a big ceremony opening with Volleyball New Zealand sent 4 people down. We had all our officials and our Mayor Tim, and we were very excited to be able to say that we've also been given the beach component to the secondary schools, and no, we're not going to play it at a reedy beach. Nigel,
wise.
Yeah, very wise. Nigel and Tim both thought it would be a great idea to try and get some sand indoors, so we're going to hopefully, with the help of Arnott Drainage and Sports Southland, get some sand into the velodrome.
And out again.
In out. Yes, in and out. And the good thing is we can set it up like we did with the Sharks and the Steel and have all the corporate stuff with it. We can have entertainment there as well. We can have palm trees. We can heat it right up because cycling have that advantage of being able to heat the track up. So we can heat it up there and give everyone that real Mount Maunganui sort of feel.
That's for the juniors, isn't it?
Yes.
But is there an opportunity, I suppose, if that's successful, that why not get the seniors down here and make it a regular thing?
Well, I mean, if the velodrome's not getting used, for sure we can make it into a beach pit. I'm not sure what the other sports would think, but we're hoping to leave it in for a period of time. We've been talking with our people and we'd like to run some sort of secondary school senior thing on the evening and then have some sort of corporate social thing going for the weekend. But we've also I've just got back from Volleyball New Zealand's Nationals last week, and we were talking to a number of the New Zealand beach players and thinking about adding it on to the Pro Tour, and they're really excited about it. So we're working really hard on that at the moment.
It is the showpiece, it's the TV thing, isn't it? And it's what you need for volleyball to go forward, is to have that flagship.
Oh, we need that exposure. I mean, we're a minority sport and we want it to be bigger than what it is. There's so many pathways for Olympic juniors, for Olympics, world champs, all sorts of pathways. You can get scholarships overseas. It's a really big sport that can go a long way. Not a traditional New Zealand sport, but a very big sport worldwide.
Got to start somewhere in New Zealand. I might as well be at the velodrome. What sort of dates are we looking for that tournament?
It's about the 24th of November, so it's about the weekend before Burt Munro.
So while you're down here, come and have a look.
Exactly, do the whole thing. Come down, do that, do the beach, come and see some New Zealand players playing beach volleyball, ladies and men, and some school-aged children, and then go and see the Burt Munro while you're here.
Have you done the logistics on how much sand you need, or are you going through that process at the moment?
We're going through that process at the moment. I'm leaving that to the specialists. Matt Sillers from Sports Southland's fantastic, and we've got a really great working party with the ILT, Venture Southland, quite a few of us all working together, and I'm just sort of pretty much coordinating the whole event as well as the day-to-day stuff.
You must be doing a great job because you've got an extension there. You're going to be around for a while.
Yeah, they just signed me a couple of months ago to do 3 years, sorry. So yeah, I'm with Volleyball Southland now for the next 3 years, and we've got a really good strategic plan of where we want to be. We want to try and get some kids medalled in the New Zealand and get them away to play for New Zealand or the South Islands and just give everyone an opportunity.
Good to have that continuity, isn't it? Someone in place who can set the plans and then follow them through.
Yeah, and I think it's also good to have a really strong board as well. I'm really lucky that they're really strong on the governance side of things, and they're really good at letting me come up with the strategic direction with them, and it's real collaboration between us all. And whilst we're a small group, we're a really highly functional and passionate group. Most of them are volleyballers. There's only a couple of us that aren't, but it keeps the balance there, which is good.
It's just a matter of transferable skills, and you've got some, obviously.
Yeah. So we just do that and we just make sure the kids have a lot of fun.